Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Cavett.
We've had a lowering of our budget, so only half the wall turned tonight. I hope none of you wants a refund. Did you have to wait a long time in line? Yes. Too bad. I'm sorry about that. We're trying to iron that out. Doesn't seem to be... Say, here are the cards that you filled out, and I'm going to have a go at your questions. It's a way of letting you sort of write the monologue and be responsible for what happens in this part of the show. Does your size bother you? No. Not as long as I remember to duck going through doors, it doesn't bother me a bit. That's a wonderful way to open the show. Dear Dick, did Jonathan Frid leave any teeth marks on your hand? Oh, if you missed Tuesday's show, Jonathan Frid, the vampire, Barnabas from Dark Shadows, bit my hand. No, he did not leave tooth marks on my hand. He took them with him. This better get a lot better. Why don't you ask who here in the theater lives the farthest away? I think I would win. Who does live the farthest? How did you start out on your career? I started with a laugh on my lips and a song in my heart. Isn't this a weird... Brother, if I ever do this again, how would you like to meet 4 nice girls after the show? Lynn, Josephine, Karen, Mary Ann, we swing. How come you don't have dates then? What do you whisper behind the palm of your hand to each guest before a station break? Freddie Michella. I do not whisper behind my hand. I'm licking the back of my hand. A little weird, isn't it? Why? Amy Kaufman. Amy, you've asked a very profound question in asking why. It's a question that philosophers have asked, posed, and pondered for many years. Not quite in the dumb way you asked it, but... Anyway, dear Mr. Cavett, my sister and I came all the way from Columbia, South Carolina, to give you a kiss. I hope you enjoyed the trip. What is this? Dear Dick, the other day I gave someone a ticket to your show. Then he gave me a vote for Lindsay button. What does this mean? He was rooked. Do you believe in free love, Marianne Palmieri? No. Credit cards for everything. Or words to that effect. Dear Mr. Cavett, who writes those crazy credits, which are flashed on the screen at the end of your show? I need a writer like that. Well, those are funny at the end. If you notice, there's a funny credit at the end of every show. Writers don't write those. We have 4 monkeys working at typewriters. You know that experiment, would they ever turn out Shakespeare or something like that? We tried that. We've had these monkeys working now for 8 months, and 4 of them have already written The Love Machine. Just a joke. Jackie Suzanne knows I'm kidding. I'll bet. Dickie, what's going on with you and Raquel Welch? Are the nasty rumors true? From the movie Fat Chance. Have you and Mia Farrow anything in common? Yes. Miss Cavett, do you want to hear my bird call? Apparently have no choice. I don't want to hear your bird do anything. I'm not an ornithologist. How come many show business performers such as yourself and Joy Bishop are so short? Is Bishop short?
You're not short.
I hope someone would volunteer that. I'm not. Besides, it's better to start small in this business and work your way up. What kind of an accent do you have? My accent is kind of Nebraska, combination of Nebraska, Connecticut, New York. My little mouth is a melting pot. The nation. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? Who thinks of me as a beautiful person? I'm not one of the beautiful people. I have fantasized being one of the beautiful people and wondering what it would be like to hobnob with the Astors and the Rockefellers and the Rosen Gardens, but I'm just not one of them. What do you have to say to the visiting members of the AMA? Take 2 aspirin, and if it doesn't clear up, A little obvious, but mildly amusing. Can you name 4 or 5 good restaurants in New York? Yes. Can you name the capital of Arkansas? I love little games like this. Do you wear lifts in your shoes and bleach in your hair? No, I do not. It's the other way around. Why don't you try turning on before your show? It would be a lot easier. Is that a reference to drugs?
I don't. Why are you asking me?
I don't know why. Look over there. I would never do a thing like that. Little Dickie Cavett, are you kidding? From Nebraska? Why did the Pilgrims land in the New World on a rainy day in April? Oh, yes, you've answered it. It's the answer is April showers bring May flower. Bring May flowers. Who did that? Why don't you try turning on before the show? Oh, lovely. Sir, how do you keep your job since you have no talent, no humor, nothing but a big mouth? Got a card for you. Well, anyway, we have a lot of guests here tonight who've probably gone home in disgust by now. We have a wonderful group called The Committee, whose improvisational skills will dazzle you, and a lady by the name of Janis Joplin. Bright young man named Michael Thomas, and I will also be here myself, so we'll be back after this message.